Once the sun came up, Nezuko stood up from the corner where she had been hiding in the mountain. She went straight to a river nearby. Her eyes were heavy from not being able to sleep, because sometimes spiders would crawl in, and she had to deal with them. She went to the river to wash her face, hands, and feet. After that, she went back to her crafting table and used some string and sticks to make a fishing rod. She had more string, so she made 3 pieces of wool and crafted a bed so she could get a good night's sleep when it got dark. But for now, she needed food. So she used her new fishing rod and started fishing. She enjoyed it. It felt peaceful and relaxing. Before she knew it, she had caught a lot of fish. She went back to the hiding hole she had dug in the mountain and made 2 furnaces. She used one of them to make a smoker, and she used it to cook the fish. While the fish was cooking, she looked around her hiding place. She liked it, so she decided to make it her base. It was almost noon, so she still had time to do some things. First, she made 2 more stone axes. Then she started to cut down some trees to make a clear space. She still wasn't used to how gravity worked in this world, but she figured she could make things easier for herself. Anyway, after gathering some wood, and of course collecting all the saplings for later, she went back to her hiding hole. She used her furnace to make charcoal so she could finally light up her hiding place. She then made a door and put it in the entrance of her temporary base. She made the space bigger, and then she put her bed inside and some chests for storage. All of that took almost the whole day. In a few hours, it would be night, and she would go out to level up again and kill some monsters. She planned to hunt monsters until midnight and then go back to her base and rest. So she would stay out for 6 hours, leveling up. She saw some monsters and started fighting them. She wasn't very experienced and wasn't very good at using her sword. She just swung it randomly. But because the monsters were mindless and weak, only level 1 or 2, Nezuko could still handle them. Of course, she still had to heal sometimes. She would eat the fish she had cooked to get her health and energy back. That's how this world worked. Eating healed injuries and gave you more energy. That's why food was so important in this world. She knew she would need to figure out a way to get food regularly in the future. After a while of hunting, she heard something fighting. She got curious and went to where the sounds were coming from. She saw a human wearing black clothes and carrying a katana. His opponent was a demon. They were both fast and strong. She could barely keep up with their movements. And there wasn't just one demon and one human, there were lots of them. She recognized the humans. They were demon slayers. So this is a battle between demons and slayers, she said to herself. She had learned about slayers from the mods she had chosen. She already knew about slayers, or at least had an idea of what they were, because her dad used to tell her stories about them when she was little. That's why she knew which mod to choose to copy the world she came from. She kept watching. She knew that with her current strength she has right now, she wouldn't be able to help the slayers. She would just get in the way. She looked at the demons' levels. They were at least level 10, and they had 300 health. The slayers were also at least level 10, but their health was only 200. On top of that, she could clearly see that the demons were physically stronger than the slayers. But the only thing that made the fight fair was that the slayers were much better at fighting. One of the slayers jumped back and drank a bottle of something that she didn't know what. His health went back up a bit after drinking it. Then, he went back to fighting. She still didn't know everything about this world, but she was pretty sure there wasn't any medicine in the world she came from that could heal injuries like that. But one thing she knew was that she should get out of there for now. As much as she wanted to help, she would just get in the way. So for now, she had to get stronger. She ran away and she encountered more monsters. She started to kill them and gain more experience. Eventually, she leveled up to level 3, making her a little stronger. Her health went up from 24 to 28. It seemed like every time she leveled up, her health only went up by 4. She also received 6 more SP, state points, and 8 EP, enchantment points, but she still didn't know how to use them. But she wasn't able to rest because another group of monsters appeared. She got ready with her sword and ran towards them, starting to kill them. It was a little easier to kill them now that she had leveled up and gotten stronger. She kept killing monsters and avoided the demons for the past 4 hours. She kept getting more XP, but it was getting harder to gain it now that she was level 3. She had only been killing level 1 and 2 monsters, and it wasn't worth it anymore. If she wanted to get stronger quickly, she had to find higher level monsters. So she went deeper into the forest to find a higher level monster. She still killed all the monsters she encountered, so at least her XP would go up, even if it was slowly. And as she continued walking, she finally encountered a level 5 zombie. There were 5 of them. She smiled and charged in, but she knew she had to be careful because the zombies were a higher level than her. Those zombies also had 28 health each, but this wasn't a problem at all because the monsters were mindless. She still had an advantage. One of the zombies tried to grab her, but she dodged it. She swung her sword and kicked the zombie, but it wasn't dead yet. It stood back up. It was exciting to fight a higher level monster. She smiled. Now she could actually experience a real challenge. And this would not only give her XP, but also more battle experience because she was fighting multiple monsters that were stronger than her. 2 zombies were charging at her. She saw them coming and dodged both attacks. They were as fast as her, so dodging an attack that was as fast as her was difficult to do, especially with multiple zombies attacking her at the same time. She blocked one of the zombies with her stone sword and dodged another one by moving to the side. Then she stabbed the zombie in the back and used it as a shield against another zombie. She kicked the zombie on her sword, and it fell to the ground. She saw a zombie charging towards her, so she swung her sword, cutting off the zombie's hand. Then, she did a roundhouse kick and sent the zombie flying a few meters, but it was still able to stand up. She jumped back and ate a fish to get her energy back. Then she charged forward again and swung her sword at the zombie with the lowest health, killing it and giving her more XP. It looked like she only had to kill one more, and she would level up to level 4, which would make her even stronger. She saw another zombie charging toward her. She side-kicked the zombie and then charged at it, stabbing it in the head. She killed it. Now she was level 4, and she was stronger. She looked at the remaining 3 zombies, all charging toward her, and she smiled. She also charged toward the zombies and fought them off. After a while, she had killed all 3 of them. She ate a fish while heading back to her base. As she went, she killed more monsters she encountered. She also noticed that more level 5 and 6 zombies were appearing, but the other monsters were still the same level. Now she was level 5 after killing the 3 level 5 zombies and other monsters. She now had 36 health. After a while, it was almost midnight. Nezuko was almost back to her base when a demon appeared in front of her. "Oh brother, just my luck," she said to herself and took a fighting stance. She couldn't avoid it now. She looked at the demon's level. It was level 5, but it still had 100 health. She didn't even have half of that. "Yeah, I'm dead," Nezuko said to herself when the demon attacked. But with pure instinct, she managed to dodge, but her cheek got a small cut. She lost 5 health. He, there's no way of winning this," Nezuko said to herself. But she still took a battle stance, and they were both ready to fight.